Calgary home sales are up 11% from last year. The average house price has increased by 7% and the benchmark price by 3%. But that's not the crazy news in the Calgary real estate market. No, the crazy news is the condo market, which has seen a 48% increase in sales from last year, which means that more buyers are getting in on Calgary's least expensive properties. But before we get into it, my name is Nolan Matthias, and this is Canada's Real Estate Channel. And welcome back to monthly regional real estate updates. This is part of this new channel that focuses primarily on Canadian real estate, finance, and mortgage topics. So if you're interested in this stuff and you've followed me from my previous channel, or if you're brand new here, regardless, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so more people like you can see this video. And don't forget to hit that like button. And now, on this channel only, you can still get a copy of my new book, Mortgage Secrets, by going to mortgagesecrets.ca. All you have to do is pay the shipping and handling. So I'm excited to be back and doing these market updates. And this first one is a doozy because Calgary's real estate market is probably the best real estate market in Canada once again, as sales are up by 11% over last year. And not only that, listings are down, but the real story here is what's happening in the condo market. So let me jump you in here, show you the headlines as we have always done. Calgary real estate home sales in June up 11% from a year ago. And before I get into it, I got to point out that's my friend Nazma Ali from Toronto talking about the Toronto real estate market's tight housing supply. And that's a trend in Calgary as well, which you'll see in a second. But here's the highlights. The Calgary Real Estate Board says June home sales rose nearly 11% from a year earlier as the market saw a surge in apartment condos changing hands. In June, 3,146 homes changed hands. That is compared to 2,837 last year. And here's the big part of the story. Apartment sales alone totaled 857, up 48% from the year prior. Now, I want to jump you over and show you the actual Calgary Real Estate Board's monthly statistics package because, as I've said in the past, this is the single best stats package of any real estate board in the country. I don't say that because I'm from Calgary. I say that because it actually is. It gives the best data and in the easiest to digest format. And I know this because I look at every single real estate board's stats on a monthly basis. And believe me, this is the easiest one. If you want me to prove it, just take a look at the Vancouver and the Toronto real estate updates, which will come out in the next couple of days. And here's the stats. Total residential price up 4.4% to $564,700. Detached home prices. Even though the condo market is hot, detached home prices are up as well, up 6.1% to $685,000. And the two big ones, row housing and apartment prices, up 11.2% and 11.8% respectively. So this is people jumping into the lower end of the market and buying those properties that are the most affordable to purchase. And Calgary's market is slowly becoming less and less affordable as a result. Now, we also need to check out the new listing numbers because like Nazma is talking about on BNN there, new listings are down 3%. So there's more sales, less new listings, which means the market is getting tighter, which means there's going to be more upward pressure on housing prices, even with higher interest rates. And relatively speaking, compared to last year, there's now 36% less houses on the market. So 36% less inventory, which is leading to only 1.1 months of supply, which is down 42% from last year, and is also indicative of a seller's market in the absolute worst way. In addition to condos being hot because they are at a lower price, so too are the lower end areas of the city. If you look at the east side of the city, which historically has the most affordable housing, you can see that housing prices there have risen more than any other part of the city, up 15.5%. So what this tells us is that there's high demand in the market where the prices are the lowest. Now, there could be many reasons for this, but the most likely reason is net migration into Calgary, primarily from other provinces. We're seeing the numbers with respect to outflows from Ontario increasing, and I suspect we're going to see the same coming out of BC. And of course, when times are good, there's always movement from the eastern parts of Canada to Alberta. Now, my fear is that people are just simply looking at the prices of housing in Calgary, and they're seeing that as an opportunity to go and buy, not necessarily understanding the Calgary market. So if you are thinking about investing in Calgary, take note that Calgary is a cyclical market, and it is highly correlated to the price of oil. Now, the price of oil as of right now is quite high, therefore the economy is good, the cost of living is low, and subsequently, it makes a lot of sense to move to Calgary. But when those markets shift, and they will, it will make Calgary real estate less valuable very fast. Which means if you're just coming here hoping that you're going to get some of the uptick compared to the other parts of the country, you may not see it. And keep in mind, that in the late 90s and the early 2000s, Calgary and Toronto real estate values were almost identical. And in the 17 years since then, Calgary's market has yet to come up to Toronto's new values. And there's a good chance that it never will. However, if you're looking to buy and live in Calgary for the long term, look to the fall for some buying opportunities as the market settles out. And as I've always said on this channel and my other one, don't get caught up in bidding wars. Don't bid more than you can afford and get caught up in a buying frenzy. If it is the type of market where competing offers are the norm, don't jump into it unless you have to. It is a needs market, not a wants market. The best time to buy when you're just looking for a nicer place is when the market is in the favor of the buyers. And the only people who should be buying in a market that is absolutely crazy are those that absolutely have to. And if you want to see what's going on in Vancouver and Toronto and Ottawa's market, make sure that you click subscribe, turn on those notification bells, and make sure you check out this video right here.